Things just got final in Real Housewives of Atlanta drama. Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker have officially settled their divorce after a bitter custody battle. From joint custody to week-on, week-off arrangements, heated claims about primary caregiving, and even battles over property. This split was far from simple. Kandi's been on a press tour spilling details, Todd's pushing for support, and fans are dying to know who really has the upper hand. Is co-parenting gonna work, or is this just the calm before another storm? Let's break it down. Alright, today we're diving into Real Housewives of Atlanta because hold up, allegedly Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker's divorce is officially done. It's final, it's over, and girl, Kandi has been on a full-blown press tour. She's everywhere. She hit up the Cher Shepherd show, popped on Watch What Happens Live, and honestly, you guys, she's been spilling tea everywhere about this split. TMZ even caught up with her, and yes, Mama Joyce showed up too. Everybody wants that footage. Finally, allegedly, the divorce is officially finalized since Kandi first filed back in November before the holidays. So let's break it down. TMZ reports this as an exclusive. Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker settled after a messy custody battle with months of back-and-forth drama. TMZ says Kandi and Todd informed the court on March 11th that they reached a full and final agreement, confirmed in the court docs they obtained. The court ordered Kandi and Todd to submit all settlement paperwork covering child support and a parenting plan by next week. As TMZ reported, Kandi announced her split from Todd in November 2025 after 10 years of marriage. Now, wait a second. Allegedly, Kandi gave People magazine the first exclusive, and I think they were technically first, but y'all know how it goes. The RHOA star originally asked for joint custody of their two kids, but switched to sole custody after Todd demanded primary custody. Todd claimed Kandi was working in New York while he was the one holding it down in Georgia with the kids, insisting that his presence, not money, made him the primary caregiver. Kandi fired back at Todd, disputing that he was the primary parent and slammed him for living rent-free in her guest house. Todd insisted he was only in the back house because Kandi allegedly kicked him out of their main home. Remember, supposedly someone from Kandi's team said, "Come get your clothes, they're folded and at the door," and Todd literally moved him straight to the guest house, which is still considered Kandi's property. Todd also asked the court for support in his original petition. I cannot wait for those court documents to drop, you guys. I'm dying to see what's actually in them, but I have a feeling the prenup will mostly hold up. Do you think Todd is walking away with anything extra? Child support, alimony, anything like that? I honestly thought this would be a clean-cut case because of the prenup, but remember, the prenup didn't cover the kids. That's the missing piece. I think it said if they stayed married 10 years, Todd would get $300K and they'd split the businesses. The businesses were split, 51% Kandi, 49% Todd, but I believe everything's dissolved now. Which makes that recent article even more interesting. I literally just uploaded a video about Kandi and Todd having to pay that landlord $140K. Yes, $140,000, y'all. The settlement paperwork is going to be wild. They finally had a successful mediation and hashed everything out. Remember, Kandi said going into business with Todd was a mistake and that the week-on, week-off custody schedule will be a major adjustment for her. 1 week with Todd, the next week she has them. So did Todd find a new place, or is he still in Kandi's guest house, which she calls Todd's house? I just need the details. I need the tape, y'all.
Now, Kandi has wrapped up the Juliet Broadway production, but she's back producing another play. I'm curious how much time that will pull her into New York and how that might actually help with the week-on, week-off custody schedule. This new arrangement is wild, and I want to hear from y'all in the comments. Anyone who's gone through a divorce with minor children, how did y'all handle it? Did you stick to the old school routine, Wednesdays, every other weekend, holidays, and a set number of weeks in the summer? Drop your experiences below, because this is the real talk y'all need. Or are y'all rolling with the new school method where it's like 50-50? You get the kids 1 week, I get them the next, switching back and forth. I'm curious because honestly, this feels like a recent trend in divorce arrangements. Back in the day, at least when I was coming up, the schedule was old school. The father or ex-husband saw the kids on Wednesdays, maybe from 5 to 8, pickups at a parking lot or grandma's house so things stayed smooth, especially if the divorce was messy. And then every other weekend, boom, the father had the kids. But now in more modern divorce cases, it seems the week-on, week-off schedule is taking over. It actually might make sense for some families because it creates stability. You're not just seeing the other parent a few hours every week, you're seeing them more regularly with shared custody. But here's the thing, even with a court-approved 50-50 schedule, things can get messy. You know how it goes. Oh, I can't do this weekend, or Wednesday won't work, I've got X, Y, and Z to handle. And then those skip days start piling up, and the kids notice. Sometimes they're like, if my parent doesn't really want to see me, why should I go? You feel me? We'll have to see how this plays out, because remember, Kandi alleged in the court docs that Todd's daddy daycare plan was all a scheme, mostly run by nannies and other family on Kandi's side, not Todd himself. Lots of moving pieces here, you guys. But the key takeaway, the divorce is final. This went way longer than I expected, considering there was a prenup in place. I thought this would have been wrapped up, tied with a bow, maybe by December 2025, January at the latest. But nope, it dragged out longer than expected. Thank goodness it didn't continue for the rest of the year. From her recent interviews, you could tell Kandi was initially pissed, then tried to play it cool around the holidays, still interacting for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the kids' birthdays. But then the court docs came out, and bam, he didn't cover the kids' birthday parties. Wait, what? Exactly. I'm just glad this is over, and hopefully Kandi and Todd can co-parent smoothly. I saw one of the kids recently won a pageant or some competition, trophies and all, so yeah, this is definitely manageable. The real test is this visitation schedule. Who's gonna stick to it? Who's gonna have conflicts and stretch the schedule longer? That's always the tricky part with divorced parents. So that's it, you guys. Finito, finito. The end of the line for this video. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you catch my next video the moment it drops. All right, y'all. I'll catch you very soon.